Tzvi Lebetkin, the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring that little bell. Ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop. So this is one of my many ongoing videos about toxic fandom, and I love making videos about toxic. Even though I feel it's getting somewhat repetitive, I still enjoy making videos about toxic fandom. I'll tell you exactly why. Because firstly, they hate being called toxic fandom. It just freaks them out non-stop, and it is delicious. So I mean, that's not really the best motivation to do anything, I will admit to you, but you know, these are just very bad people, right? Very bad people, and I think they're like not well people, and moreover, I think they've been made not well by like maliciously by the currents of the society we live in. And I think those currents are being actively directed by the absolute worst people of society. I mean, really, like, why is there so much paedophilia going on now when there wasn't a couple of years ago? Like, did anybody have any problem with any drag show like 2 years ago? Look, a couple of years ago, a drag show, as far as I knew, was, you know, some guys in dresses singing ABBA songs, right? Now it's like they've got fake boobs on and they're rubbing their genitals into the faces of the audience, which they now insist has to include children, or we're like bigots and fascists. I just think that's kind of weird, but I think a lot of people think that's kind of weird, and basically, and people are going, wait, what? No, not so much, mate. Not so much. I don't think so. And people, look, the way I think all this has happened is people weren't really paying attention. People didn't notice. Why did genre become unwatchably bad for about 5 years? Because most people don't watch it. Most people look at Star Trek, look at Doctor Who, and they see the Jodie Whittaker Doctor Who or the Star Trek Discovery, and to them it looks like Star Trek, right? Them it looks like Doctor Who. They didn't understand it before, they didn't understand it now. They just see people like me go, what the hell is this garbage? And just to be clear, the garbage isn't that they have, you know, black people or women in it. It's that you have black people and women in it, and you use that at the exact same millisecond to devoid it of any story, character, tension, or anything that really was connected in any way apart over the most superficial way to the universe that you're making a TV show in, right? That's just one man's opinion. But anyway, so that's all fallen apart now, and they are screaming and they are crying. And honestly, genuinely, I don't think they're well, right? I don't think they're well, and this is kind of like, I think maybe some psychologists at some point really should start looking at videos like this and write papers. This is a fascinating time in history where we're seeing, you know, just a complete and total implosion. You know, it's kind of like, I imagine, I should say, it must be kind of like what Germany must have been like, you know, after World War II. People were like, oh, yeah. And again, you know, but I think the Germans at the same time, they hid everything they were doing too, right? They, at the end of the war, they were shredding records of concentration camps left, right, and center. And that's something I'm seeing a lot now, not shredding concentration camp records, but like this complete denial of like, what? I mean, recently, for example, there was a boycott of the Big Finish release, The Terror of the Master, written by Trevor Baxendale, which is freaking excellent, right? Absolutely excellent. The boycott wasn't, and it failed completely. And it, much like the boycott of Hogwarts Legacy. Why was it boycott? Because Gareth Roberts knows Trevor Baxendale. Trevor Baxendale pushed back on them, saying he was a evil fascist, right? So he said, no, he's quite a nice chap. So that's why they tried this boycott of it, because he says something, he was associated with somebody who said something they didn't like. Now, what did he say? I think he called attention to the tactics of the T-bit of the of, you know, the activist T-bit of the LGBTQ plus alliance, and comedically intimated their tactics may not be dissimilar from the brown shirts in the 1930s. And then he was absolutely proved right by the boycott. But the boycott completely failed. And that's where we are right now. We're in toxic fandom meltdown. Like a complete and total toxic fandom meltdown, which I think is worth reporting on and experience, especially as the evil pieces of shit made our lives hell for years and years and years. In fact, you see this in this video. It comes from my live stream I did on Tuesday, March 14th. Come and hang out with us on a live stream, right? You will absolutely see this hatred, this dislike of the unlike, this hatred of people who don't see the world this way, like white men, evil white men. Where what I think's really going on is the new era of Doctor Who is going to be actually genuine inclusive for people like me, inclusive for everybody, right? If you like good television and exciting television, and you like Doctor Who, you will be able to watch it without its intimating that the main character absolutely hates you, which is I think what we had during the Jodie Whittaker years. So. That's over, right? And it's a complete and total meltdown at their sudden loss of power, which again I'm finding somewhat delicious. Yeah, cool yeah. Just me for you. Anyway, so that's really what this video is about. Like, share, subscribe, comment, head over to Rumble, subscribe to my channel on Rumble. I'm trying to build it up. It's doing much better for me than my YouTube channel, let me tell you, especially on my live stream. Like, share, subscribe, comment, look in the video notes, sign up my Substack, my email newsletter, give out books on tape there, like deep fake books on tape, like deep fake Colin Baker reading Millennial Rights. That's what hopefully I'm working on today. Like, share, subscribe, comment, Substack, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. All those things are great. Fine. Come and hang out with us on live stream. But let me hand over to me now from last night. Toxic fandom, right? Toxic fandom. It's always important to look inside their deep, twisted minds and see. Just see what the hell's going on, right? Well, I mean, just note that down. We're at what time is this? This is 58. Oh, blind. Okay, 50. I go over here. 58. Toxic fandom. There you go. Not femdom, although don't mind a bit of that either. God, why am I not swearing? I feel bad swearing from. I fucking miss Chibnall. Oh, icky thump, says this person. Okay, look, fair enough. Fair enough. You're allowed. You're allowed. Doctor Who is supposed to be about embracing change, though. It's not supposed to be. It's not fearful of embracing change, but it's not supposed. That's not its raison d'etre. And moving forward, well, sadly, we've got to ask us. We have strong disagreements. What is forward? What is backwards? Right? I would say segregation and child sexual exploitation were backward steps on a social level. Right? You would say they're forward steps, right? So, yeah, I don't think they are forward steps. I think they're backward steps. And so, I don't think, you really got what was happening. But okay, anyway, and moving forward, and it felt like Chibnall was actually trying. I mean, he wasn't doing good enough, obviously. There were still some people watch Doctor Who. Yeah, I saw that Joy Wilkinson yesterday. I woke up, I was looking at Twitter, I saw a tweet. Oh, how joyful and wonderful the Oscars were. Man, the Oscars were a piece of shit. I watched the Jimmy Kimmel bits of it, and they are agonizingly weird and stupid, right? They're not funny in the bloody slightest, right? They are not freaking funny. It was like, again, more insanity about January 6th. Like, nah! And the thing is, if Tucker Carlson was making this fraudulent narrative, then yeah, you can sue you can sue him, right? Absolutely. But you can't because he's telling the truth. So that's why they're so deeply confused. It's funny, Whoopi Goldberg on The View was like, hey, isn't that illegal just to lie, mislead the public? No, if it was, you'll go to jail, Whoopi, right? But they don't know because they're crazy, right? And they will, and none of their followers will ever think outside the box, ever. They're not allowed to. Anyway, so it's actually trying. How'd that work out for you, darling? I'm asking you, how and what metric was it not a complete failure? Right? Now it's like the same old boys club. Okay, you dumb cunt. It's not a boys club. It's a meritocracy, right? and amazing though it may seem, Mel, what was it? Masculine adventures, masculine science adventures, which is what Doctor Who is. Yeah, masculine action adventures. But there's a very romantic issue, Doctor Who. They normally skew. You have more boys like it than girls, right? And because of that, more writers are men, right? And more are men. It's not that we hate women or they're stopping women. They would love to have more women. Honestly, I never understood why Kate Allman just vanished, right? She did that book for they never finished listening to for Big Finish. But she really, I mean, like, people are looking for like female writers, and she just like vanished off the face of the earth. It was really weird. Like, her Doctor Who work was excellent, right? I know what happened. That same old boys club and so many questionable decisions. What you call questionable is repairing the damage idiots like you did, right? And like, yeah, I mean, like, how do you not get how much of a failure it was? I mean, honestly, I don't understand that. How do you not get that? It's very confusing, right? What's the question? What's the decision? Stephen Moffat. Oh no, he's rumored to be returning. Oh, what? Good Doctor Who. Oh no, they've resurrected Doctor Who. Oh no, it's the Messianic era and the dead are rising. Here comes Robert Holmes, and he's got a new script for David fucking Tennant. Oh no, what a bummer. Fuck you. I want to watch that script. Again, it feels like retaliation. No, you're a spiteful, horrible cunt, right? You wrestle something away from us, right? You said you excluded us from Doctor Who with your inclusivity. How do you exclude us from Doctor Who? By saying Doctor Who hates us if we didn't share your idiot opinions of whatever it was they like. Women can have penises, right? I don't mind saying, and again, I'm sure women can have penises, YouTube. No, I'm not arguing, right? I'm not, listen, I don't know if women can have penises or not. I don't know what the science of it says. I am ignorant about it. My guess is, normally science says they can't, right? That's my guess, but I'm no scientist, right? But, you know, I'm happy to live and let live with people who very fervently believe women can have penises. I would like women without penises to have exclusive spaces if women without penises choose to have exclusive places, and they shouldn't feel browbeaten, bullied, or coerced against that, which is what, you know, people like you do. Anyway, so yeah, you really made it clear that Doctor Who hated us if we weren't part of your idiot rainbow Twitterati who are pure evil fascists. Yeah. So it's not retaliation. We're taking it away from spiteful, evil, fascist cunts, right? And giving it back to everyone. That could include you, if you want. That could include everyone, right? That could include you if you would like that. But no, it's not retaliation. This is resurrection. Again, it feels like retaliation. Oh, you, as a marginalized person, everybody is a marginalized fucking person. Nobody feels good about their lives. Everybody has hardship in their life. I mean, look, if you don't have hardship in your life, you end up becoming a vacuous, empty cunt. I mean, look at Meghan and Harry, right? No hardship, and they're vacuous, empty cunts, right? You don't want to be a vacuous, empty cunt. This is just my advice to you. Don't be a vacuous, empty cunt, right? That's my advice to you. You do you, mate. Whatever you think. You marginalized people felt like you deserve a voice here. Rusty Davis is bending fucking over backwards to give idiots like you a voice. The trouble is, idiots like you used your privileged status to grab a voice, right? And you didn't have the talent to use it. And you made shit, right? It failed because it was shit, because you were given you were given jobs to tell people like me they hate me, right? And you made shit while you're doing it, right? That's what happened. Well, let's put you back in your place. What? Like an equal with everybody else? Yes. Let's put you back in your place and be an equal. Yeah, let's be equals again. Wouldn't that be nice? I always viewed you as equals. It's not like a show made by and for white men tried to make it for white men, and then all the white men complain. So once again, it's for white men. Why are you obsessed? And look at you. You're a white woman. Why are you obsessed with color? You see, like, again, you can just see, I mean, it's a bad picture. You can just see how smiley Jodie Whittaker is with this truly heinous, evil person, right? I mean, like, completely racist, hates white people, and is a white person, right? And again, like, that is not excluding white men, but Rusty Davis is bending over backwards to bring in diverse voices and new voices. But they got to be trained to be able to work. Again, Joy Wilkinson, I said, yeah, she posted after the Oscars, how wonderful. Oh, there's so much more representation. We still got a long way to go. So I replied, yeah, there's still a long way to go. They still had a few viewers left. You know, let's try and get rid of everybody. Yep, because God forbid, I'm going to make a guess. You don't actually believe in God, right? I'm going to just make a guess. God forbid that white men who have been coddled for the entire history of the show. White men, look, darling, I hate to tell you. White men created the freedoms that you live in, the freedoms that you cherish, right? That's what white men did. White men ended slavery. White men stopped the Nazis, right? White men welcomed people of different skin colors into their communities, right? Eventually. It took about 30 years, right? But we did. I'm sorry. Yeah, we created this perfect society with no need, no want, I should say. So yeah, coddled for the entire history of the show, except the fact that they are not the center of the universe. Well, I hate to tell you, we're all equals, right? You show me somebody with the talent, right, to be able to write Doctor who meets the identity quotient that you fascists want, and I'm happy with it. But I'm sorry. I've just seen we've all just watched the quality of everything implode, including the banking fucking system, you ignorant, dumb cunt. I mean, literally, this is why the banking system in America is on the teetering on complete collapse. Can you imagine? Oh, yeah, you might have just vanished and said, oh, we're going to get you. It's just going to take about 3-4 months. So, like, what are you going to do? And let somebody else have a seat at the table. We did, and you took a shit in it, you idiot. Yeah, and now we got to clean up the shit that you took. Exactly. It's the same BS reminder that things in the world will only be labeled a success if that judgment comes from white men. No. The judgment has to come from what we call numbers. Numbers, right? That's what that judgment comes from. Nothing else. Just numbers, right? Numbers. Let me show you the numbers, right? Let me show you the numbers, and I'll explain to you what's good and bad, right? These are the numbers. They're bad. They're very bad, right? It's not good. It's not good. You don't want your ratings to look like a flaccid penis. And it did. And the only reason it perked up is for John Barrowman and David Tennant. That's the only reason it perked up. Yeah, that's how it's judged a success. And a failure, which is what this is. It's like, that's all you get, ladies. Listen. Show me some of your talent. This chart shows me people who didn't have the talent and ability took over a TV show and they failed. And they did a terrible, terrible job. That's what this chart shows me, right? So I'm sorry you're a useless, idiot, cunt, fuck up, right? I am sorry that you're a useless, idiot, cunt, fuck up. And I really am. Listen, it can't be fun being a useless, idiot, cunt, fuck up. It can't be fun. I don't know what it would be like. But it doesn't sound fun. Let's say, you know, God appears to me in a burning bush. And, I'm like, really? You couldn't be Scarlett Johansson? No, burning bush. I want to keep your attention off. Okay. Can you be Scarlett Johansson afterwards? I'll think about it. Okay, good. Thank you, Lord. Would you like be an idiot fuck? I can't remember what it is now. No, Lord, I wouldn't. I wouldn't like to be that. I wouldn't like to be that. But then again, if you are blessed with, so come on, I'm saying, an idiot, backwards, dumb cunt, moron. I don't know. It's hard to climb out from that, right? Hard to climb out from that. So there you go. Always good to look into the mind of toxic fandom. Dun, dun. You know, by the way, how you terrify toxic fandom. I'll show you. I'll show you. You just you know, like rubbing garlic in the face of a vampire, right? Millie Gibson wards off. There you go, Millie Gibson. Oh yes, Millie Gibson is warding off toxic fandom. Yes, toxic fandom, beware. Yes, I'm here to help you. Toxic fandom don't like heterosexuality. Well, they won't like me. Yes, she's 18, you sick bastard. I think somebody said, you sick fuck. I'm like, how am I being sick? By saying, I would absolutely like to fuck this incredible woman who seems to have a porn star body, right? I mean, okay, I'm not going to, right? Firstly, I don't know how I could get her to say yes. That's going to be the hardest bit, right? Then I got to get my wife to say yes. That's also going to be tough. I honestly, I don't rate my chances for either. I don't. And then I got to say yes, and I can't. She's a shiksa. Okay, so look, here's what we got to do, right? These are the obstacles we got to get over, right? Firstly, Millie Gibson, got to be willing. And if you're willing, darling, you can dress up a little bit. That's fine. I'm fine with that. And you have a school outfit? That's fine, Millie. That'll be good. That'll work. She's 18, you sick fuck. And then for 5. So she has to be willing somehow. Don't know how I'm going to do that. My wife has to be okay with it. She has to convert to Judaism. It means dunking in a mikveh, which is a ritual bath, and taking on all the commands. That means everyone's going to hate you forever. Are you up for that, darling? Okay, you're on. And you've got to spend like 3 times the amount of money on everything, right? And you've got a whole bunch of pain in the ass you got to do, right? You up for the conversion? Okay, fine. So I got to sell that. I don't know how. Fine. And then I got to marry her, right? This is so much less fun. I'm sorry. Right, and then you know, can I stay married to her? Can I have more than one wife? Or I have to divorce her? And I don't know. I mean, they used to be able to have more than one wife. Maybe I can go back to that. I don't know. These are a lot of questions, right? There's a lot of questions for a handy. I'm sorry, but so worth it. Yes, if you can work out the answer to this, answer the postcards, please, to the Rabbi from a different planet. Please. If you have multiple answers, put on postcards, make sure they're all stuck together. How you stick them together It's up to you. My name's Tzvi Lebetkin, the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring that little bell. Ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop.